You are a little soul carrying around a corpse.
Since humans are sentient and conscious beings, we tend to delve into the pain we receive. Why is the world built the way it is? Day after day, you either die internally because of lack of direction, or you die for something that drives you. Well, here is a suggestion for purpose. How about wrath? If this powerful fire inside tortures you to such a degree, it must be real and purposeful, right? In order for it to grow and manifest, it needs you to acquire strength and courage. Otherwise, it will just dwindle into an emotion of bitter weakness. Berserk tells a story of someone who searches for meaning in a world seemingly devoid of it. As a youngster, Guts only ever fights for gold. He's not interested in safety, security, or titles, as offered by a general on the battlefield. Mercenaries in medieval Europe realized an opportunity that allowed them to be autonomous. No social restraints of being a serf or a peasant on the land that could chain them down in a time of feudalism. Since warfare was common amongst kingdoms, duchies and principalities, and generals needed experience on the battlefield, some particularly good individuals in cavalry, archery and swordsmanship could definitely be of use. Not only that, but adventure, although highly risky, was guaranteed. Guts found it to be suitable. Sword in hand and solitude after battle seemed perfect characteristics of a vagabond life. No complications or complexities. However, something is missing. The corpse of the soul might find pleasure in blood spilling and gaining wealth for food, but the soul of the corpse has a harder time finding mercenary work and money to be enough to nurture it. The German philosopher Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel once stated that the history of the world is not the theater of happiness. Periods of happiness are blank pages in it, for they are periods of harmony, the state in which things do not happen. Similar to how later the Band of the Hawk ascends to a knightly and legendary position through fighting, so does the world only evolve by the means of chaos, states Hegel. It is condensely observable in Guts who will not relent to anybody because of his will to live and the will to power. Those life philosophies are way more profound because of their connection to the ultimate door of death, a powerful motivator. This way of living is extremely demanding on any individual, yet probably inescapable and a better alternative of phlegmatism and hopelessness. It is in the rarity and difficulty that makes the will to survive and thrive so valuable and meaningful. Life is rare. Out of million probabilities for life, only some come near realization, and finally only one enters existence. Human life is a race even before a human is born, as sperms compete for fertilization. The other thing is that in life, if you'd like a bright future, you need to build it yourself. No one has the capacity to help themselves while dragging someone along. It is a journey that you must build, then take people along, as Griffith did. The question that has to be posed is, what life do you want to lead before it is closed, like a chapter of a book? Christianity calls on for humans to do good, so that they can reach heaven. But not only that, you have to put your faith in the Son of God, Jesus Christ, who himself carried the cross, a burden until his death. Guts, after bumping into the Band of the Hawk, realizes himself that his life has been devoid of meaning other than pure survival. Maslow's pyramid shows that the basics of survival are not the goal, but the fundament of the development of one human. Creativity, higher purpose, self-realization. That's what the soul desires. Whilst everyone around Guts was looking down or in front of themselves, Griffith was special for gazing upwards towards the sun, or an idea, as Plato would say. It is a powerful driver of human beings to tell and retell legends and philosophies, for they are the very essence of our core. Once the Catholic Church could demand a crusade, and many men would enlist gladly with the hope that they would go to heaven because of their service to the Pope. Nowadays, no one would undertake such a thing because we don't believe in that. Guts found it suitable to fight for someone with a great mind and even greater cause, while having good and caring people by his side. It was a no-brainer once you get to know that life. The idea of having an own purpose is so intoxicating that Guts decides to search for his own, in turn costing him everything, and ironically setting him back to the state of pure survival later in the story, as he is constantly hunted by man and beast. Something that would nourish the soul of flesh body, and for it to be so good that you would fight with your whole heart for it. Either way, purpose finds everybody, and it teaches lessons of wisdom through hardship and death. Without it, any human is empty, as was Guts at many points in the story. You just have to find what your heart bleeds for.
We all are swept by this tide known as fate until we eventually leave this world. We will run out of time, and the tide of life will recede before we know who we really are. In this world, there must be one man whose preordained course of life is the key to ruling the world. I had you take such a part in my affairs, while never getting my own hands dirty. I left the most dangerous and difficult tasks to you alone. Do you then not resent me?
You're just following your path. You still believe that, don't you?